Hello everybody, it's Bradley. Thank you for stopping by the channel, Tripleinc. Bet you didn't think I would be coming out with this video around this time of the year, as it is of course going to be another starting lineup seasonal video. I really love doing these on my channel, as you guys very well know. So if you don't know what this type of video is, you probably should by now if you've been watching my videos for a little while, but basically I'm going to be showing you guys what fragrances I've actually been wearing this summer. That includes signature scent, work, casual indoor, casual outdoor. I split my casuals up into two different types. Also night out, date or close encounters, and then formal scents. So I have these different categories. I'm going to be showing you guys what I've actually been wearing for these settings and scenarios. And it's cool because, you know, the top 10 lists are cool and everything, but it's not very much an accurate gauge for what I've really been wearing. And I wanted to do a seasonal starting lineup at the end of a season rather than at the beginning of a season, to sort of give you guys a more accurate representation of what I've actually been wearing so far this summer. And I'm looking at all these fragrances that I have right here, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much what I've been wearing. So it's been very cool to show you guys all these scents and kind of give you a little personal look into my fragrance life and what I've been actually wearing. Beautiful morning here. Got a very nice location here to film. I'm taking a little bit of a weekend trip, if you will, to southern Ohio here, a little bit in the country, and it's very nice. And my scent of the day, scent of the morning, is Atelier Cologne's Cedrat Enivrant. That's perfect for this type of weather. Just casual fragrance, very simplified, and just smells very nice, like a mojito. Sharp, refreshing, invigorating. That lime note, I love it. So unfortunately, this one did not make the list, but I still really do enjoy wearing it for casual situations like this. Also, one more thing, I'm going to be showing you one niche and one designer fragrance. I have definitely a lot more niche fragrances than I used to have, and I feel like they are separate, so I want to sort of do my own little niche thing and do my own little designer side for which whenever I was feeling that day. So without further ado, let's actually start off with the signature scent category. I normally say this one for last, but if you've been following me on my channel for any bit of time this summer, you will have definitely seen these featured very heavily, because actually they both made their #1s on their respective lists, both the designer summer list and the niche summer list for this year. So you probably already know which ones I'm talking about if you have watched those videos. And here we go. From the designer side, it is Bvlgari, Aqua, Atlantique, and from the niche side, it's Atelier Cologne's Bergamote, Soleil. Both of these are just really, when I smell them now, whatever I think of this summer, pretty much, because I've just left so much of a positive mark wearing these two that whenever I smell them, I just think of summer 2017, you know? Start off with Aqua Atlantique. This is probably one of the best releases that I have tried of 2017. It does remind you a little bit of Versace Dylan Blue / Dior Sauvage, but it's so much better. The opening of this is just incredible. Whenever I smell this, it just takes me back actually to my spring break that I had earlier when I wore this at the beach all the time. And also I've worn it to the beach a lot this summer so far. So this is like my beach scent, and just brings back good memories of all the great times I've had so far this summer. Great performance. I've worn this in pretty much every single situation that you can imagine. Night out, outdoors, into work, and it's been like a charm for every single situation. Just been an absolute workhorse for me. Aqua Atlantique, very good stuff. And for the niche side, of course, Bergamote Soleil. This is a special scent, guys. This is not like an everyday wear, even though it doesn't look like I've been wearing a whole lot of it. I choose to wear this in very special occasions, you know. And when I've worn them, this really now reminds me of that trip I had back at the beginning of July when I went up to Ohio, to my hometown. This is really what this reminds me of now. Just the best, brightest, most sunny, happy, uplifting bergamot I've ever smelled. It's amazing, and actually a very strong performer for me. I get 8 hours pretty consistently out of this one, and it seems like every time I wear this I just have a great day, and it just really reminds me of happy times in the summer. So these are my niche and designer pick for signature scents that I have just really left my mark with this summer 2017. Alright, next up is going to be my office or work scents. For my work scents, I need them to generally have good performance, but also to be relatively inoffensive and pleasing and office safe. And that's kind of hard to do because, you know, in the summertime, a lot of these fragrances smell very casual, very fun and playful. There aren't a whole lot of serious, you know, let's get down to work, let's get down to business fragrances. But I think I have found two very good ones. From the designer side, it is going to be Acqua di Gio Essenza from Giorgio Armani, and from the niche side, it's Dolce & Gabbana's Velvet Bergamot. Even though this is Dolce & Gabbana, a designer house, it is from their Velvet line, which is pretty expensive, and I do classify this as niche. So let's get into these two right here. Acqua di Gio Essenza. If the original Acqua di Gio is a signature scent worthy, anybody can wear it. Profumo is more of your sexy, masculine, night out type of a scent. And Essenza, this is your more dressed up, version of Acqua di Gio. This smells definitely classy, has very nice performance on me, and it has a salty type of a grapefruit scent to it, with definitely some woody elements, and a pretty good rendition of the original Acqua di Gio DNA that's in here. It works so great in the office place. It actually has got me a very good amount of compliments at work, surprisingly. And, you know, I think this is relatively safe. You know, you're not going to knock anybody out with this one, which I think is a really, really good thing. So I've been wearing quite a bit of Essenza to work. And for the niche side, this one has been a great, great office scent for me. It's Velvet Bergamot Dolce & Gabbana. This, one of the safest bergamots out there, guys. You cannot go wrong with this one, especially if you like to dress things up. It does smell very expensive. It has somewhat of an oily, neroli bergamot type of a scent to it. So it is citrusy. It is quite refreshing. This does have projection issues, which is the only qualm that I have with it. But other than that, you know, it'll hang on for most of the workday, and it's just pretty close to the skin, so whenever people get very close to me, I'm going to smell very nice, but I'm not going to offend anybody or be overbearing with my scent. So this one has been working very good, still nice and summery, and I think fits the office place, wearing like a nice crisp button-up shirt or something. Very, very good. So these are my two for the office. Okay, now I have split my casual category. This is probably the most prevalent for the summertime, just because casually in the summertime is pretty much where I wear most of my fragrances anyway. So these two were, actually four should I say, were ones that I wore quite a bit. And let's go with casual indoors when I'm in climate-controlled areas and I'm not necessarily under 100 degrees heat all the time. These two work great for me. From the designer side, it's Nautica Voyage, and from the niche side, it is Creed Millésime Imperial. These two fragrances are both fruity and kind of similar, but they definitely do different things. Nautica Voyage, a super affordable fragrance that I go on and on and on about because I do really enjoy this one. It's perfect for casual guys. Actually, this could be a signature scent for you in the summer. It definitely gets compliments, and just it works so good when you're indoors. It has this cool, crisp, sort of a cucumber apple thing in the opening. Some people say this is generic, sort of like a body wash, but I find it to be awesome, and people around me love it. It fits a guy who's definitely younger, and it fits casually so well when you're just hanging out with your friends or whatever. It just thrives in that situation. Ladies really, really love this one too. It's one of my most complimented fragrances. Nautica Voyage, just an all-star scent. Don't really need to go on too much about it. And for the niche side, this Creed Millésime Imperial. George over at the Fragrance Apprentice, on a live stream that we did a little while ago, he called this the breath of heaven. I find that funny because actually that's kind of what it smells like, you know? This is just a heavenly aroma. It does have a similar fruitiness to Nautica Voyage. It almost has this watermelon, green cucumber, slightly metallic scent in the opening that's with the sea salt as well. It just smells like, you know, you're on the Italian coastline, you're in like a old vintage Ferrari with the top down, just sort of cruising as the salt waves blow up on the shore and everything like that. That's really what this smells like. It's expensive, yet super, super realistic, high quality, beautiful from Creed. I wish it lasted a little bit longer, and that's actually why I wear it indoors, just because when it's in outdoors, the heat kind of kills it. But when you're in indoors, climate-controlled area, it works like a charm. So these two are my indoor casual scents. Now let's go for casual outdoors. This is when I've been outside at the beach, walking around, you know, going into the park, and I need performance, and I need something that's really going to last through the high heat. These two have been great for me. And from the designer side, it was Bvlgari Aquamarine, and from the niche side, it was Gallagher Fragrances Bergamust. Wow, both of these have worked so, so well for me, especially Aquamarine. I love just the punchy, in-your-face, salty aggressiveness that this fragrance has. It does smell like the ocean, basically. It smells like salty ocean air without the fruitiness, let's say, of Millésime Imperial. It's just super salty, you know? And that might put some people off, but I've found that outdoors, if you give this room to breathe, and it's in the really hot conditions, it smells so, so good. It does haul in compliments. It lasts forever. It projects really, really nicely as well. And so Aquamarine was the designer pick. And for niche, Bergamust. I wore this a lot up in vacation, again, back up in Ohio. I wore it kayaking. I wore it just kind of out and about. And just for any kind of outdoor activities, it works very nice. It's a very sort of simple scent. It's a clean, sort of a bergamot scent, you know. Just to me, it's kind of smell like fresh washed clothes with a bergamot touch in there. Very, very nice, but actually it gets compliments. You know, this one lasts a very good amount of time too. It's something you can just spray on and not even worry about it, and it's going to work really, really nicely. So these two have been working great for me for the outdoor casual setting in summer. Okay, let's continue with the night out scenario. I've gone out several times, and you're looking for something when it's still kind of hot out in the evening, but not as hot as it is during the day. I was looking for something that had really good performance, was an attention grabber that was going to work well in the clubs, working well when I was just going night out on the town, and these two are probably some of the best that I've ever tried for that in the summertime, undeniably. From the designer side, it was Invictus Aqua from Paco, Rabanne, shocker. And from the niche side, it was Montserrat Cedrat Boisé. Invictus Aqua, don't really need to talk about this one too much. It's a bubblegum, sort of a sweetness of Invictus, but it has such a nice, fresh, sort of an Aqua vibe from it being an aqua flanker and everything. This one is, I believe, discontinued, so it may be a little bit harder to find, but I'm telling you guys, nothing can touch this right now for the designer sense for night out summertime. It just works so good. That bubblegum note just is amazing, and it just really catches people's nose, especially when you're in the club and stuff. I wore this to concerts, wore this to nights out and everything, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts and projects and just does everything that I needed to, and has gotten me very good positive attention this summer. So Invictus Aqua has worked very good for me. And Montserrat Cedrat Boisé, I have really come to appreciate this one. I wore this a lot in the spring, but I kind of put it away for a little bit, and then I've been rediscovering it here summer nights. This one works so good. I wore this like out bowling and stuff like that. It does haul in compliments. It smells kind of similar to Aventus, but sweeter, slightly more creamy with more of a lemon touch in there as well. It also has great performance, lasts a long time, projects very nicely as well. And yeah, both of these have worked very good for me in the night out situation. Next, let's go with the date/close encounter situation. And again, these two worked very well for me as well. Two of the best in the game. From the designer side, it is Acqua di Gio Profumo, and from the niche side, again, it is Montserrat Cedrat Boisé. So let's start off with MCV again. I also wore this to sort of these close encounter situations as well, and it's worked pretty good for me. You know, it's a very nice scent. The ladies do really enjoy it, and it's got me some very good compliments with that as well. And Acqua di Gio Profumo, just a sexier version of Acqua di Gio, really. You got the incense in here, patchouli, more masculine. Not as fresh as, let's say, a Senza, and it just works great when the night comes on and you're getting into like more of an intimate setting. It's been worked like a charm for me, basically. So Acqua di Gio Profumo and Montserrat Cedrat Boisé are those two for the date situations. And guys, let's wrap things up with my formal fragrances. This, much like the office scents, were pretty hard for me to choose because formal scents, you want something generally serious, down to business. But in the summertime, all these fragrances more or less are fun and fruity and playful. So these two were a little bit harder to find and pick out for me, but I feel like I did a pretty good job of picking these out, and these are actually ones I have been reaching for a lot. And for the designer scent, it was Dior Sport, the 2012 formulation, and for niche, it was Tom Ford Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua. Dior Sport, I love this fragrance so much in the spring and the summertime. Whenever I'm going slightly more formal, this is the one I go for. It has the powderiness in here, smells very luxurious to my nose. The ginger, the lemon in here as well, the iris, and that green woodiness in the dry down. Super well balanced scent, very well put together, and just smells very good. You know, this has a sporty scent to it, yet it is kind of upscale for me. And again, no surprise, I reach for this one a lot whenever I'm dressing up a little bit. And for the niche side, this is Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua. Many people would say, oh, this is a casual fragrance, right? But actually, try this in a formal situation and let me know how it goes for you, because this one has been working great for me. When I've been wearing it, let's say in the church and just dressing up a little bit, it has a dry mintiness to it with the citrus of the original Mandarino di Amalfi. It is fresh, yes, but it does, again, smell very expensive, and actually has gotten me some good compliments when I've dressed it up, and it just really worked. So Mandarino di Amalfi Aqua and Dior Sport 2012 were my formal scents. Here they are, guys, all proudly displayed right here. Those were my starting lineup fragrances for summer of 2017. Please do let me know what you guys have been wearing for each of these situations in the comment section down below. Always really enjoy reading through and seeing what you guys are rocking this summer. Wish you guys could be here with me right now. So nice. Perfect temperature. Sunny morning. Crickets are out. Birds are out. Smelled some great fragrances. Yeah. That's going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great little rest of the summer that we have going on here. And I hope we see you guys back on my channel sometime soon with another video. Peace.